What's up, guys? Sam over here. Welcome to a new thing I'm doing. It's actually top 5. I'm not really going to be doing this to copy off Chandelure at any time. So basically, what it is, today's episode is going to be on Pokemon, or top 5 Pokemon games. So yeah, I would be saying what kind of Pokemon games I like, and why I like it, and so yeah, it's gonna be kind of like that. I'm not really gonna get into the description and say who it was by or anything like that, or like basically like this game was because blah blah, you know, like all that. Like I'm just gonna be saying for my opinion about why I like the game and stuff. So yeah, if you guys enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button down below. I'll be saying that at the end of the episode. So yeah, and if you guys do, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you guys like my kind of content and that kind of stuff and my gameplay videos and stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. So let's get into it. Oh fuck. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Alright, so basically we're gonna be doing this episode on the top 5 Pokemon games. I've been thinking about this for like a long time. Like maybe last week or something. Not really a long time, but still. Okay, Jesus. So yeah, alright, so let's get into it. Oh yeah, and by the way, we are gonna be doing Pokemon like family games, for example, like Pokemon Sweet and all that stuff. That's not gonna be on my top 5 list because I just said that, but I'm not gonna be doing that on the top 5 list. So we're gonna be doing fan games too, but they're gonna be like I think like 2, probably 2 in them, and yeah, there's probably gonna be 2 fan games in here, and probably the rest are gonna be from Nintendo and all that stuff. So all right, now let's get into this shit. Number 5 is gonna be Pokemon Snakewood. Now the reason why I picked Pokemon Snakewood is because I've always wanted a zombie kind of like game. I was like, you know what? It would be really cool if they actually had like zombies in Pokemon. But they actually a person who actually did make it. I'll probably put a link in the description for the download of the game. But if I don't, then you know, no promises. So God, I got something in my fucking eye. So number 5 is obviously Pokemon Snakewood. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Why the reason why I really wanted, or I really did pick Pokemon Snakewood for number 5 is because is because if you just look at it this way, it's actually kind of a really good storyline in my opinion. It's where basically like all these zombies come after you and you have to like your zombie. I think if your Pokemon die, they turn into zombies. I really haven't played the game yet, but I've seen people play it. Like a long time ago, and I forget how it goes, but I think your Pokemon are zombies, but you know, like the people are zombies, but some people aren't zombies, and so it's kind of like a Walking Dead basically parody, with Pokemon in it basically. You know, the zombies come after you. You gotta fight the zombies with your Pokemon. No, your Pokemon are not zombies, but the zombies Pokemon. There's people who are zombies have zombie Pokemon. Let's put it that way. I think that's how it is. So yeah, that's gonna be number 5 for our top 5 Pokemon games. Let's go on to number 4. Alright, now number 4 is going to be, for example, alright, so number 4 is going to be Pokemon Pearl. Now, the reason why I picked Pokemon Pearl is because I really like the legendary Pokemon, which are Pokemon Pearl, Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Platinum, whichever one you prefer. They're basically just the same games, just with different legendaries. And basically, I just like Pokemon Pearl because I like Palkia. The reason why I picked this spot for number 4 for Pokemon Pearl or Diamond or Platinum. The reason why I picked that one is because it was probably my first Pokemon game I've ever played before. My friend Chandelure, who was living next to me at the time, he was like, "Hey, have you ever played Pokemon before?" And I was like, "I have the cards if that's like what you want." I played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I have 2 of them. I have the Darkness and Sky. I beat that one. Not legit, like I beat it like the story wise, but I didn't beat the extra, if you can kind of say. But yeah, I beat those 2 games. Let's get back to the subject. So Real Chandelure Dylan came over and he was like, "Hey, have you ever we weren't really we were acquaintances at the time. Like we weren't really as best of friends as before." Like I think it was like a few weeks after he moved in or so, or a few months after, and he just came over and he's like, we were just talking. He's like, "Have you ever played Pokemon or anything like that?" I was like, "I mean, I played the cards. I watched the shows, the movies, and basically, you know, like the cards and the games and the movies and shit." And he was like, "Well, have you ever played like the adventure kind of games, like you know, like the games that were out like on Game Boy, and I was like, no, I never play one. And I'm like, which game do you play? And he says, well, I basically play no, excuse me. He's like, well, I basically play Pokemon Pearl. This is probably not like I'm trying to like improv it at the moment because I don't know every word he said to me, so I'm trying to say stuff that he probably would have said, but he's like, well, I mean, I play this game called Pokemon Pearl, and I was like, oh, cool, can I? So because at the time he always brings out his DS, he always like walked around with his DS and his heart and his flash drive and all that stuff. So he takes it out and he's all like, yeah, here it is. His name was I know his Pokemon in game name. His name was Tony in the game. And he had like a level 100 Lugia. I know he had a Palkia, but I don't know if it was on his team. He had a really good team at the moment. I don't know if he just put random Pokemon together and he just maxed them out. But then he was like, if you want, I'll let you borrow the game. So I'm like, okay, sure. So he gave me the game, and you know me, I had to be a douche and freaking delete his game. And I kind of felt bad about it, but in reality, if we had a Pokemon Diamond or Platinum or Pearl, we could just transfer it over. But you know, basically, we didn't have that at the time because I was broke as fuck. So I was like, okay, you know what? I was just, you know, I'll just take your game and play it. So back on the list, the reason why I picked Pokemon Pearl is because obviously it was like for number 4. It was obviously my first Pokemon game ever that I've ever played. You know, like the adventure kind of like Pokemon, like Mystery Dungeon and all that stuff. That's kind of adventurous, but I like to play with the one that was actually like on like Game Boy and stuff. The one that was originally came out to be Pokemon. And that was number 4, Pokemon Pearl. And I'm sorry if I'm not really like describing why like I like the game. It's just like in my opinion, like when I think of it and like basically what the reason why I put it in that spot. So basically that's the reason why. So I'm not really like I didn't type this down or anything. It's just coming. I'm just brainstorming this at the moment. So basically, whatever comes to mind. Like I know the games, but I'm not really guessing it out. So yeah. All right, number 3 is gonna be Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon Ruby, and the remakes. Except Pokemon Emerald because that has not come out yet because it's supposedly gonna be a Delta Emerald. That was you know whatever. So yeah, the reason why I picked those 6,000 games is because that was where the peak is where I actually really love Pokemon Emerald and you know the other 3 games. I basically just played Pokemon Emerald because I really liked Rayquaza. I wasn't really a fan of Groudon and Kyogre, but just when I started playing it, I was like, dude, that was probably my first game I ever played that was actually pixelated at the time. Like, I know Pokemon Pearl was pixelated, but like, how about that was probably my first ROM game that I ever played. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So basically, I picked those. I think it was 6 games or whatever. Or 5 games. The reason I picked those 5 games and the remakes is because at the time when Pokemon released the new the newer version or like updated version of it, where they put 3Ds and stuff like 3D perspective in. The reason I picked that one, the reason why I picked that game, is because those 5 games. It's because that was probably the first game I actually fell in love with. I wasn't really into Pokemon Pearl at the time, but yeah, and again, it was like first game, so I was like, what the fuck am I playing? So yeah, so after I played a little bit of Pokemon Pearl, you know, I kind of, you know, went on the internet, looked up some Pokemon ROM games and stuff, and I just found Pokemon Emerald, and it was probably the top, it was like number 1 at the time of cool ROM, and it's got its thing taken now, which really sucks. But, so yeah, I kind of did that, and I played that game, and once the release came out for Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, I was actually kind of hyped up. Like, my friend's like, well, I really didn't know like when it came out, but my friend was like, you know, Real Chandelure or AKA Dylan, he came by and he was like, dude, you know that they just released a new Pokemon game, and I was like, oh, cool, which one? Because at the time, Pokemon X and Y were the new ones out, and I already beat that shit, and for some reason that's not even on the list, Pokemon X and Y. So then Dylan came over and he was like, yeah, dude, it's called Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, and I was like, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, what the fuck is that? He's like, then he just came to me, he kind of like concluded, and he was like, it's the remake of the Pokemon like it's basically the remake of Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Sapphire, and I was like, oh shit, and I had money at the time. And he had Pokemon Omega Ruby. I don't think he bought it yet, but I know he said I want to get that one. and it was kind of obvious because he had a red DS and it was actually a red cartridge or game, and I got Pokemon Alpha Sapphire because I don't know why, I just felt like getting that. And then actually he came in, he's like, dude, they actually match our Game Boy colors. Not my her DS colors. I keep getting Game Boy. Yeah, I have a blue Game Boy, so I have a blue 3DS. Okay, he had a red 3DS. I need a drink, Jesus. So that's gonna be number 3 on our list. Alright guys, so number 3 is always gonna be my favorite game. Which it was debating between number 1 and and it was between if I really should have been on number 3 or number 1. So yeah, so number 3 is always gonna be Pokemon Fire Red. I know I'm doing a let's play on it right now. I don't really haven't remember recording it much, but gameplay uploads will be coming back maybe this weekend. Depending on if GoombaGrump or Chandelure is gonna get his computer. I'm trying to wait till I could do like a welcome back Chandelure, GoombaGrump or whatever, so we could do a video on together, and he'll at least have a decent computer to play on. So let's get back to the game, to the top 5. So yeah, Pokemon Fire Red. It's basically where the whole Pokemon game sparked up. I think Pokemon Gold came out first, but whatever. That is not on my list though. So Pokemon Red, came out on Game Boy version with, I think it was like on the advanced one or the one that didn't have any color. Regardless of it, it was probably, I liked the remake Pokemon Fire Red. I know there's really nothing really different about it. It's just that it was updated and basically a remake. It was obviously the first gen. No, Pokemon Gold, it was the second gen. So then this was the first game. Okay, sorry, you guys are probably facepalming me right now, but yeah. So basically, Fire Red was the one that basically sparked the whole foundation of Pokemon, and basically where everything just blew up with everyone liking the game, you know, imaginary characters come out and all that stuff, so blah blah blah. Besides the freaking history of Pokemon, so yeah, basically, I like Pokemon Fire Red. I mean, I'm doing a let's play on it, so let's be honest. So, and I actually like the game because I like the original first gen starters. Everyone loves Charizard. Everyone loves Blastoise. Everyone loves. No one loves Venusaur. I actually like Venusaur because hold on, I need a drink. All right, I like Bulbasaur because like I like something different. Like I always played on Squirtle, Charmander. I never really played on Bulbasaur. So I played Bulbasaur and I was like, he's not really that good, but you know, at the time it was a really good grass type. You know, I wasn't really into like Oddish or whatever. I don't even think there's even a Pokemon in this in that generation at the time, but you know, basically just the other grass type that I really didn't really like at the time. So yeah, so that's gonna be number 3. I know it wasn't really the best explanation, but basically I think I already explained it some on my Pokemon Fire Red series already. So if I already explained that, you guys go check that out. It's actually really good, and in my opinion. So yeah, let's get back into it. Let's go back to number 2. All right, number 2 is gonna be a fan-made game. It's gonna be called Pokemon Zeta. If you don't know what Pokemon Zeta is, it's actually a really fun game. It's actually made, I think it was made like last year. I don't know. I was gonna do a let's play on it before Pokemon Fire Red, but at the time I had my shitty computer. That was like, no, I'm just gonna just do Pokemon Fire Red. So I was like, okay, so I played Pokemon Fire Red. I didn't know that all that shit happened. So Pokemon Zeta. So the reason I picked Pokemon Zeta is because I like I like how it's actually fan made, and how it's actually kind of like they made different region, new different like I don't know, like region, new towns. They basically made everything new. That's basically what every fan made game is. And some of them are kind of like the same. Overlay or overlay of like the original series, like original cities from like Pokemon Fire Red or Emerald or whatever. But this one was actually made like really differently. There was actually new people. Like new people, I mean like new, like not like Team Rocket or anything. Like they actually made their own like rival, I guess, rival team. No, not like Team Plasma or Team Aqua or Team Magma or Team Rocket. They made like some other team that was actually trying to kill you. That was actually kind of scary, but so yeah, that was actually I like that one, and because of the way it's kind of like programmed as like Pokemon Heart Gold, because like the Pokemon follow you. I actually love that feature. No matter what game it is, I really love the feature where your Pokemon follow you. I know it's not really much of a big deal, but I know it's like really cool, like where it follows you and it actually feels like a real Pokemon game, because like in the movies or in the shows, Pikachu always follows Ash or whatever. Pokemon follows like whoever, like some random chick or whatever. And yeah, I really love the feature of that. So yeah, if you're the author who made it, thank you for watching, and go keep up with the good work. I don't know if he actually sent out the full release yet. I know he sent out the demo version or the trailer or whatever, and I played it. And it was actually really cool. There's actually the 3 starters are way different. They're not like new Pokemon, but they're actually like random Pokemon that you wouldn't really think would be starters. How about that? And I'm not gonna really spoil it for you guys, but yeah, let's go on number 1 on our top 5 Pokemon games. Ha! I lied to you guys. Number 1 is obviously gonna be Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Heart Gold and Pokemon Soul Silver. I know I just said before that Pokemon Gold was not gonna be in here, but it's not really. But I like the remake versions. I like the texture of the game, like the graphics and all that stuff. And also not really much of a big deal, but for me, not really. But I like just like whatever it is. So I like that. I like like I said, I like the feature where the Pokemon follow you. And I actually like your character and your rival. I like the legendary Pokemon. I like Ho-Oh, and I don't even know if the other one is Soul Silver. I think it's Lugia. I'm not really sure. I doubt it's Lugia, but or I don't know what it is. Lapras? No, that's not Lapras. God damn it. Yeah. So I really like that. I really like them. And I really wanted to have Heart Gold. I've had Heart Gold before, but then GameFly took it back, so I was like, oh, fuck it. Because I canceled GameFly, and, they gave me a game before I canceled it, and then I was like, oh, sweet, a free game, and then GameFly freaking taxed me, so I had to give it back, so I didn't get taxed. So, yeah. That's why I picked number 1 for Pokemon Heart Gold. I really like I think it was, like, I like the thing with, if you guys have seen the commercials, they had that, like, little Pokeball thing, where you could play on the go in case you couldn't bring your DS or whatever. You could train up your Pokemon on it, and it was actually really cool how you could just transfer it over and you just play it like that, and it was actually really cool. You didn't really play on the Pokeball thing. It was basically like a carry, like in case your DS died or whatever, and you could play that, you could train them up or something. And it was actually a really cool feature. I actually like that. I didn't think they were actually going to come through with something like that. I know they announced it about that, and I was like, there's no way they're going to do that. It's probably the stupidest idea ever. And then they came out with it, and everyone actually, I never seen so much people walking around in my 5th grade class walking around with that thing all the time, with a keychain on it, and they always walked around with in their belt buckle, in their belt holder thing. So yeah, this has been my top 5, and if you guys do enjoy me doing this kind of stuff, I'm just going to do this for a one-time sake for now. I don't want to copy off Chandelure at the moment. Like, I'm not going to do top 5 Pokemon unless you guys suggest it. So if you guys suggest any any other top 5s that you like, top 5 like Metal Gear Solid games, top 5 Super Smash Brothers players, or top 5 Call of Duty games, just tell me. Just tell me in the comment section, or message me privately, and or email me, or don't even email me. Never mind, I don't want to email. I can't really go on my email. So yeah, so basically that's what's gonna happen. If you guys do enjoy, make sure to hit that like button down below. If you want to see my kind of gameplay content or this kind of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join my slime army today. And that'll be all, guys. And I hope you guys enjoy this top 5. I know it's kind of like different and stuff, but if you do, make sure you hit that like button. I already said that once or twice. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. Peace out, everybody.